Newsweek. The world of fandom is constantly threatened by horrible movies. But whenever fiendish films rear their ugly head, we can always count upon the Blockbuster Buster. Calling the Blockbuster Buster, calling the Blockbuster Buster, we need you. Yes, this mild-mannered fanboy in actuality is the Blockbuster Buster. Centurion of cinema, Avenger of animation, Colossus of comics, and all-around swell guy.
In a world of uncertainty, where movie theaters are plagued by remakes and sequels, in a world where big-budget movies can still suck, in this world we have the Blockbuster Buster.
Greetings fanboys and fangirls, I'm ERod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. Very few have left their mark on the world of animation like the Fletcher brothers. Although while Disney and Warner Brothers specialized in fantasy and comedy, the Fletchers were the first to take the medium into the realm of action and science fiction. Not only did they bring Betty Boop and Popeye the Sailor Man to fame, but they were also the first ones to animate a superhero. And who better to start with than Superman? The Fletcher's films have gone on to influence some of animation's titans, from Hanna-Barbera to Bruce Timm to Genndy Tartakovsky. Today I'm reviewing Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow, a movie with spectacular special effects, a star-studded cast, and it plays tribute to two of my favorite animators. So how could this possibly be bad? Wait a minute, wasn't this the first American movie to be shot entirely in front of a green screen? Ah, crap. So our movie begins with Ace Reporter and Lois Lane wannabe Polly Perkins, as she investigates the mysterious disappearances of some of the world's top scientists. During a screening of The Wizard of Oz, Polly meets with Dr. Jenkins, who's afraid he might be next to be kidnapped by the mysterious mastermind named Totenkopf. Polly tries to inquire as to the mastermind's identity, but the doc runs away in fear. Gee golly willikers, gang, this sure is serious mysterious. If only we could find a clue.
Jinkies, I still don't know who it is.
It's okay, Velma. We'll figure it out. Polly chases after Dr. Jenkins. Unfortunately, the city is attacked by giant robots. That's just awesome. Polly avoids the robots by jogging briskly. Shouldn't you run faster? Run! Move! Fuck it. The local authorities can't handle the situation, and they need help, so they call upon Sky Captain.
I'm on my way.
Wow, that was awesome. He single-handedly took down that giant robot. I wonder how he's gonna stop the rest of them. What? They gave up just because he defeated one of them? Who programmed these robots? Cobra Commander?
Retreat!
Sky Captain heads back to the Flying Legion headquarters, where he finds Polly waiting for him in his office. So she just walked into a military installation?
It's called security, people. Are you all asleep?
Polly offers to share information with Cap in exchange for an exclusive for her newspaper, and...
It's been 3 years, Joe. You're not still mad at me, are you?
My God, that delivery was horrible.
I want this story, Joe.
And that was bad too. What the hell is wrong with Gwyneth Paltrow? She's usually a decent actor. What, is Kristen Stewart walking around wearing her skin? Sky Captain goes on to reveal that Totenkopf has struck before, and they need all the help they can get to figure out his identity. Wait a minute. Totenkopf? Doesn't that roughly translate to Death Skull? Oh my God, I know who's behind this! Nazis. I hate those guys. Polly and Cap search Dr. Jenkins' office when they are suddenly attacked by the mysterious Phantom Lady. Polly finds the dreaded MacGuffin tubes as Cap fights off the vicious Vixen, who makes a getaway through the window and... aren't you gonna try to chase her? You know, you could at least... fuck it. Cap's fellow Legionnaire, Dex, desperately tries to decipher the robot's homing signal when the base is suddenly attacked by robot birds. Cap once again takes to the skies and what? Polly's coming along? Alright, whatever.
Pull up! Go left.
Sit back, Polly.
I know these streets like the back of my hand. Go left! Going too fast. We're not gonna make it.
Oh my god, woman, shut the hell up!
We went underwater.
To coin a popular Sunnydale phrase, duh.
So while Cap and Polly were busy acting out scenes from Mad About You, Dex was kidnapped by robots. Gee golly gosh darn, if only he had left a clue.
Jinkies.
Jinkies indeed. So our heroes fly to Nepal. Yep, from New York to Nepal. In a fighter plane. The same fighter plane that had its fuel line punctured. I would question this, but frankly I'm sick of all my questions being unanswered. Cap and Polly explore an abandoned mine in Nepal when they are suddenly double-crossed by their guides.
Adios, señor.
Polly gives up the MacGuffin tubes. Goodbye, MacGuffin tubes! But the bad guys still set up the cave to explode. Luckily, her and Cap escape, but she accidentally leaves the film for her camera behind. I hope this doesn't lead to a sad and unfunny running gag. Our heroes survive the explosion. Polly wakes up the next morning to find herself... naked.
What are you doing in here? Get out.
So, Jude Law just has the ability to make women jump out of their clothes? Well, speaking from personal experience, I have to admit that it's, not as easy as it looks. Sorry, ladies. I don't know my own strength. I am so sorry. I promise I, won't do that again. So our heroes were actually rescued by monks, who happened to have the one survivor from Totenkopf's attack on the mountain.
Ask him where is Totenkopf.
So thanks to a convoluted riddle that the old man gave them, Sky Captain figures out how to find Totenkopf's island. Unfortunately, their plane starts running out of fuel. Oh, now it's running out of fuel. That makes a lot of sense. Luckily, they're saved by the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. The S.H.I.E.L.D. espionage unit in Marvel Comics is run by a badass soldier that wears an eye patch.
Rip off!
So Sky Captain asks Commander Angel Lips for help, but she turns him down, which makes perfect sense. Why would a top British defense unit waste their resources on a wild goose chase?
He's got Dex.
Rescind order.
Am I going completely mad?
So a whole squadron of British flyers escorts Cap and Polly to the super secret entrance to Totenkopf's hideout, which is guarded by one robot. Okay. Commander Angel Lips blows up the robot, and I hope you enjoyed seeing her in the movie because this is the last we see of her. So, in spite of the fact that Angelina Jolie got top billing in this movie, she has less than 10 minutes of screen time, which is still more than Jason in Jason Goes to Hell, but it's still almost as wasteful as casting her in a movie because of her good looks, and then replacing her with a computer-animated replica. Oh yeah. Who comes up with these decisions? Alright, Fedora Freddy, we're making a computer-animated movie, but we decided to cram live-action actors into it last minute. Who do we have that's available? How about Jude Law and Gwyneth Paltrow? Are they right for the parts? No. Are they good-looking? Yes. Wait a minute, isn't Gwyneth Paltrow pregnant? We'll just keep that dizzy dame off her feet and we'll shoot her in close-ups. We still need one more. Isn't Angelina Jolie next door shooting one of them mummy-rated movies? Yeah, but she's incredibly busy. We'll just cram all her scenes into 3 days. Frederick, you're a genius. So Cap and Polly arrive on Totenkopf's island to find that it's full of, Man-Bat chases Cap and Polly across a log, and then... tragedy strikes.
When we were running, I shot the ground. I only have one shot left.
That's Not funny. So they waltzed into the impenetrable fortress, only to discover that Totenkopf is building an intergalactic Noah's Ark, so he can restart life after he incinerates the Earth. As they begin to strategize as to how they're going to rescue Dex and stop Totenkopf, and what? Dex freed himself and the other scientists? Off screen? WTF, mofo, they didn't have time to show us how Dex escaped what they had time for!
I shot the ground.
So our heroes make it to Totenkopf's office, which is being guarded by Tesla coils. Oh wow, Tesla coils were the earliest prototype to a death ray. It was invented by a very mysterious scientist. Wow, that looks like shit. Could this possibly get any more insulting?
Who dares come before me? Who dares enter this?
Totenkopf is Laurence Olivier? Whose idea was it to digitally insert one of the greatest actors ever into this horrible, shitty movie? Jude Law? It was Jude Law's idea? Could somebody please... Thank you. So they enter the office only to find that Totenkopf has been dead for 20 years. So all this is happening because a scientist left his equipment running? We could have avoided all this with a phone call.
You know, Doc, you left your equipment on all week.
My equipment.
So Sky Captain has to stop the space ark, but he doesn't want to endanger Polly.
What are you talking about? I'm going with you.
What is with the shitty delivery? Would somebody please? Thank you. Sky Captain goes to stop the space ark, but Phantom Lady stands in his path. Well, Cap is a trained soldier. I'm sure he has the necessary skills to get his ass kicked.
Sissy.
After Polly saves his ass with a lead pipe, they see that Phantom Lady was actually a robot. And yet she was still better at acting like a human being than Gwyneth Paltrow. So they go to stop the rocket, but the situation seems hopeless. Okay, now this is impossible. How are a reporter and a pilot gonna stop a rocket that was designed by one of the most brilliant men on Earth? It's not like he would just install a big red button that reverses the process. I got nothing. So even though they stopped the repopulation process, the rocket is still going to incinerate the Earth. Plot convenience in 5, 4, 3, 2... So our heroes escape the rocket, somehow. Polly decides to use the final shot in her camera to take a heroic picture of Sky Captain.
Polly. You...
It's alright, you don't have to say anything.
lens cap.
It's still not funny. This movie's a colossally calamitous catastrophe. Yes, there are some good movies that were shot entirely in front of a green screen, but this is not one of them. I don't know what the hell happened to Gwyneth Paltrow in this, but... That's it. Here we go again. That's it. Let's show this prehistoric bitch how we do things downtown. Rest in pieces, mother. Check out my website, suckers!